50 years after the final Harry Potter book, Harry Potter is now headmaster of Hogwarts, ready to usher in a brand new generation of witches and wizards. My name's Radio Mike, and together with my friend Sam Garlep, we're reading every chapter of my Harry Potter fanfiction from when I was 13. This is book 4 in that series. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Phantom Farter. Everyone, welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Sammy Garlep is here. You've done that before. You've done that. Why do you have nothing new? You know,
oh my God.
We pay you to be here and come up with new ideas. The Patreons do.
Well, the thing is, you start the same every time as well.
Yeah, but that's my job. Your job is to have a create. Let's start again.
Well, the thing is,
we're starting again. Hello, Morris, everyone. Welcome to Harry Potter and the Boys, a fan fiction podcast by me, Radio Mike. Sam Garlep is here with a fresh new opener.
Woozle Wazzle?
Wow, sorry, man.
No. It's all good. Well, now I know that's my job. I didn't know that was my job.
Why did you not know?
I thought my job was just to, just kind of be the charm, the looks.
Yeah, and that involves the witty thing at the top.
Yeah.
I think a lot of listeners have been disappointed by you over the last
Okay, like who? I'd love to see everyone.
I just think they have. That's all.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna meet that challenge. I'm not gonna rise that challenge.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
be even worse now.
I will say patreon.com/Harry Potter and the Boys. We just did. You get bonus content. We just did 16 minutes of hardcore gossip about someone who faked their own death.
Yes.
A topless barmaid that didn't fake her own death.
Allegedly.
And my terrible experience at a well-known brand.
So So I think actually we've both come in. I think we've both told stories that have pissed us off.
Yeah.
So we've come in
we're in a grumpy mood
with odd energy.
Yeah.
Wow.
But wow, it's an exciting time for the podcast. I have a few things I need to get done.
Yeah.
First thing that I wanted to say for on air because I think it will hold both of us accountable. Okay.
Is it a merch update?
It is a merch update.
Okay, so
all merch updates from now have to be done on air.
Okay,
so
yes.
First things first. I messaged Oscar from RK Threads.
Yes.
Get anything custom embroidered at RK Threads, the business that has actually done nothing for us, but we have given them so many plugs.
But we are giving them, but also it's not their fault.
No,
they're actually very quick.
It's not RK Threads' fault. It's all our fault.
Yeah.
Okay, Oscar has put forward Tuesday, which is actually the day the listeners will hear that you can't do it. I can already tell. Well, what time can you do?
4 p.m. would be the earliest I could do.
Okay. What's an alternative time you could do that week, if not Tuesday?
I don't know. Wednesday?
Would we record Monday? Okay. I'm going to put all this forward. Okay. So there you go, guys. We'll have, hopefully by next week's episode, there will be a merch update. Yeah. Okay. Second thing I wanted to do.
Tuesday I've been at the cheap seats all day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. The other thing I wanted to shout out, and we'll play the sting for the wiki from Michael Robinson. And here's to you, Michael Robinson. There has been a lot of work that's been done on the official Harry Potter and the Boys wiki over the last.
And that is where I get all my information about this podcast.
Yeah. If you go on the wiki and you can't find what you're looking for, add it to the wiki. That is the rule of the wiki. But there is still, I will say, there's still no way to navigate the wiki. So you do still have to just click random page until you get to the page that you want.
So it's random page or click through hyperlinks. Is that right?
You can hyperlink it, but there's not many hyperlinks set up. But I wanted to do, because a lot of people back at school, I remember a lot of the teachers say, Wikipedia isn't a reliable source of information. Anyone can edit it, right? So I wanted to do a veracity check on our wiki using the newly updated Sam Garlep page.
So newly updated?
Yeah. Can I run through some of the facts about you on this page and you tell me if they're true or not?
Well, hang on. Well, firstly, the last time I checked the Sam Garlep wiki, it just said Sam Garlep went to the same school as Radio Mike.
There's a bit more now. There's a bit more.
There's a bit more. So okay.
Let's just do a quick veracity check. So I'll read it line for line.
I can't believe there's been an edit.
Last edit was 2 days ago. Sam Garlep is a Melbourne-based stand-up comedian and writer. True or false?
Ooh, comedian's a strong word.
Oh, you are a comedian.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Melbourne-based. Yes.
Okay. He writes for and appears on the cheap seats and writes for the 100. Is that pretty accurate?
Well, I can't confirm or deny. Actually, I can confirm. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
That's right.
All right.
right.
P.S. What I've got set up works better if you say yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, next line is born November 26, 1992.
Yes.
Cool. He attended St. Kevin's College,
Yes.
the same school as Radio Mike.
Okay, yes.
And is a repeating guest / co-presenter on Harry Potter and the Boys.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And then the final line, and I just want your thoughts on if this is true or not. He was the captain in his AFL team and lost in the 2024 grand final.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, is that true or not?
I mean,
It's just a simple yes or no. Like, they're just trying to get as much information as possible.
I can't believe that's made it. You know what? What's funny is it's the sentiment is true, but it makes me seem better than I am because it makes it AFL.
Sounds like you're actually
AFL is the league,
Yeah.
and Australian rules football is the sport,
Yeah.
So it does make me sound like I'm an AFL player, so I'll take it.
Yeah, but really what is your league? Like,
It's VAFA, the Victorian Amateur Football Association.
yeah, so I feel like we should change that because Sam plays Australian rules football. He doesn't play in the AFL.
It's a bit confusing.
is
Most people just call it AFL.
Because you would say, I play AFL, right? But you don't really play in the AFL. It's like you wouldn't say, I play NBA.
No.
You'd say, I play basketball,
Yeah.
I play college basketball or
Yeah.
something like that. But, that's
But
okay.
it's a bit like people often say, NFL, like for American football. You might
Yeah.
say NFL. Yeah,
True, that's true.
Yeah, so there's a bit of
There's a-
we
do your own. Yeah, your mileage may
has your
vary.
page been updated?
I don't know.
there's no way to
I can't
tell.
get to it. But I did want to say I've seen some great pages this week, including Dance Class Girl.
Oh my god!
Which we did ask that the Dance Class Girl would be.
Oh my, well done.
Yeah. Here we go. Michael Liber. Do you want to read it and do a veracity check?
Okay,
There's
yes.
nothing is funny on mine. But
Yeah. Works better if no.
Yeah.
Mike Liberale, also known as Radio Mike,
Yep, that's true.
is a podcaster,
Yep.
podcast producer,
Yep.
writer,
Yep.
and pop culture commentator.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay. Interesting. He is the writer of Harry Potter and the Boys.
True.
He attended St. Kevin's College,
I did.
the same school as Sam Garlep.
That is true.
Okay, great.
The same school as lots of people.
Yeah. He currently works on Hamish and Andy Remembering Project podcast.
That is true. Yes.
This is funny. No, it's not that funny. And has previously written for the 100,
I did previously write for the 100.
but not currently.
Not currently.
And worked on Will Anderson's Willosophy podcast.
I did do that.
He's also the creator of the podcast 20th Century Boy. Rest in peace.
That is true. Yeah, all true. A few so this is great so far. This is fantastic. A few other little bits and pieces.
He also has a medically diagnosed. No.
There was okay, so I've seen some fantastic pages. Sorry, it's just so hard to navigate the wiki.
And that's why we encourage everyone to have a little game of it yourself. Go to the wiki.
So
I actually have laughed at all of these updates.
the first thing was there's a page for Cara Del Frido.
Yes.
And it was originally someone's misspelled it because I guess they don't see how to spell it. So I actually corrected on the HPATB Instagram story. It's spelled Cara Del Frido.
Yeah.
Freido.
Yeah.
So that's now been updated.
But was that an edit, or was it like, do you have to keep that old page and then redirect it to the?
There's also a page for Jerome DeVoe Marche,
Yes.
who was the character I think that was blind, who didn't have to look at Dobby. There's also a page now for the phrase "put it on the wiki."
Oh, love that.
Which is "put that on the wiki" is a recurring joke between Mike and Sam referring to the Harry Potter and the Boys wiki. So it's very creative, and I love. There's even a page there's a page for Gobby, and it even says affiliation, loyalty, Shadow Puppet Society. Because remember, he said he does the attention to detail is just fantastic. Gobby is a member of the Shadow Puppet Society and runs weekly Shadow Puppet lessons at the libraries around the city. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we are loving the wiki.
Yeah.
Please keep wikiing. Add things to the wiki.
Put that on the wiki.
Put it in the wiki. That is, and I don't even think I've shared the URL for the Harry Potter and the Boys wiki, but I'll try and put it in.
Yeah,
this week.
actually,
no promises.
No promises.
I mean, imagine if Wikipedia you couldn't search, you just had to random page I want to look up blueberries. Random page.
I got the for all the Berlin Wall.
Yeah. There must be a way.
There must be a way to get from here to blueberries.
That's pretty much everything I wanted to check. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about, Harry Potter?
Oh, I mean, not that's better than the wiki.
Okay.
No,
because the wiki is my favorite part of it.
I just saw. I saw something funny about the Beauxbatons carriage. You know how they're.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Maybe I sent it to you.
You did, but tell the listeners.
Well, it was just but like you know when you do picture them flying in with their what are they drawn by, the Beauxbaton carriages?
Unicorns? Is it unicorns? Winged horses? Pegasus?
Is it
Pegasi?
Pegasi?
Is
it Pegasi?
Is the plural of Pegasus Pegasi? Is Pegasus one animal?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Or do you think it's a like a platypus?
But is Pegasus, in Hercules, he's got the flying horse and he calls him Pegasus. Is that his, is the animal a winged horse and the name of that one is Pegasus, or is the species a Pegasus?
I think it is the first one, but we now call them Pegasus. Actually a bit like.
Because of that.
I have read somewhere that the word kangaroo
I've heard this.
Was originally, I think in an indigenous language they were talking about either an animal, and they said to a colonizer, kangaroo or something like that, and then they were actually describing that's an animal, and they thought, that must be what those animals are called.
I've heard a slightly different story. I heard it was when
horse or something.
No, when the European colonizers came to Australia, they said to the indigenous people, "What is that?" And they said kangaroo, but it meant I heard it meant I don't understand, as in I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's true, but that's the story that I've heard. But then they thought they were referring to kangaroo.
What we do know is there's a point where they were not saying the word for kangaroo.
No, yeah,
they were saying
else.
Kangaroo, which meant something else, and then the guys were like, it must be called a kangaroo.
Yeah, but then if it was your way, you'd think then they'd point at like a wombat and they'd be like kangaroo.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's hard to know.
Well, it is hard to know, and I didn't shit on your one, so.
You know how we record these a week before they come out? I was just about to ask, obviously Katy Perry is performing at the AFL Grand Final just over here on the weekend.
Yeah, we can see it, hear it from here.
I'm going to be able to hear it from here. What are your thoughts on Katy? Where's your perometer? Where's your periometer?
It goes through waves.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It's it's sometimes like a plastic bag.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to hot and cold on it.
Yeah. Because it's Katy Perry is such a teenage dream for me. It was all kind of back in those days, and the California girls.
Which Mike, you performed.
Do not bring this up.
You performed Teenage Dream in a Glee Club style performance.
How do you know this?
In 2011.
Yes, it was in year 11. I did the Glee Club.
Yes.
And we won, actually.
Yeah, and to be honest, it was really good. I'll say Nigel carried. Actually, you carried. You carried the bit. You carried the little harmony. You make me teenage dream.
Turn me, I can't sleep. Run away and don't ever look.
Don't ever look. My
heart stops. Look at me. I still remember remember the whole
me.
thing? So you weren't at the school at that point, yeah?
No.
But we did Glee Club, and the fucking Xavier College people did. What song did they do? I think it was "I'm
watched a lot of
Yours"
it.
by Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Is it? No, Jason Mraz rather.
Yeah.
And they were so smug, and then we beat them.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck you guys, fuck you very much."
Yeah.
Crazy times.
Because the year before, I would say the year before, my level started one, and we wanted it to be like what you all wanted it to be, and ours was kind of like more musically, but we're like, we need to make this a bit more cool.
I am so glad no one has discovered that, because
It is on YouTube.
I'm
on
embarrassed.
Facebook. Yeah. I've got it. If someone wants to message me, and I'll send it to them.
No.
That is the first time I've really prompted messaging me only, and I will
It's about
I will find it.
shaming and embarrassing me.
I've watched it a lot. I really liked it.
I cringe so much because I went way too hard, and it's so clear.
Nah. You got to go hard on that thing.
But then you know what? Nigel Padawaran, who is now
Nigel
a music
carried
teacher,
it.
carried it. Like, but also he arranged he did the arrangement of it.
Exactly.
So he wrote himself the best part at the end, where he just came through and he's like, "Yeah, you make me," and he was a great singer.
But when you think about someone who's 17 who can arrange full compositions of music,
8-part harmony.
which I think I didn't realize. I think I was like, oh yeah, can you just arrange that? Like, it's actually really difficult.
really hard. Yeah.
Incredibly difficult. I couldn't do it now if I studied to do it. I don't know. And so I would give myself the best fucking part.
Yeah, true. He deserved it, and he told everyone to wear black suits. He's come in with a white suit. Yeah. He set it up for himself to be the winner.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I love Nigel.
And he got
I'm
you
a
over
big
the line.
Nigel fan.
Anyway, this isn't about how much we love Nigel Padawaran.
You know, funnily enough, it isn't, but I do love Nigel Padawaran. Fuck, Nigel's great. On the weekend.
But Katy Perry.
Oh, yeah.
You did actually ask me if what I think should be great.
Yeah, cool.
She was great at the Women's World Cup. I've seen her at the MTG perform at that.
Yeah.
Cricket World Cup.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a bit. I feel like she's gone. At one point, she got really weird. Now she's less weird again.
Yeah. I agree. Sorry, I didn't give you much there. I just went, yeah.
I've heard some. Oh, don't worry.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Hey, you know, just before we get into the double F, on the weekend, I emceed a wedding.
Oh,
First time I've ever done it. It was crazy.
Sorry, man. I didn't even ask you about
Oh, that's all right. That's fine. Yeah.
How was it? Did you whip out your teenage dream?
No, I didn't. But had a massive faux pas at the wedding, and I was really nervous.
Oh wow.
Well,
You called the bride Rachel.
no.
Oh no, it was Emily.
No, I did the whole The Simpsons thing. I'm here today to welcome Homer and Marge. Do you know that reference?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
No, I didn't actually do that.
I was like, that sounds fine.
No, that wasn't. But it wasn't really my fault. But there was one Bluetooth speaker that was there to play the song while the you know what's happened already. While the bride walked up the aisle, that went off without a hitch. Was beautiful. And then they were playing "How Deep Is Your Love" by the Bee Gees to After the Kiss, and basically.
Is that sing that one from her.
It's not how deep is your love.
I know that's not.
Whoa, it's not that. But it's like this one here. Kind of beautiful.
How deep is your love? Yeah, gotcha.
That was their finishing up down the aisle.
Yeah.
And so I did the magic words. I said, "I now pronounce you man, husband and wife.
Wow.
Tim, you may now kiss the bride." Beautiful kiss. I reached
Quick question: did you do? I now by the power vested in me by no one.
No, I didn't say by the power vested in me because I'm not a celebrant,
Exactly.
but I might do it. Then while they were kissing, I'm like, great, I've got 10 seconds here to get the song playing and go, ladies and gentlemen, start the song. It's not connected to the Bluetooth speaker anymore. So I quickly go into my Bluetooth settings. It's disconnected. I quickly go into Bluetooth settings. I go to whatever it was, the Bose.
And it's going,
it won't connect. And so then I have to, in front of everyone, be like, "And we've lost Bluetooth connection. Best man, can you go over and press the pair button on the speaker?" It connects. I go, "Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, the newlyweds." And everyone laughed and clapped and it was okay. But it was like a nightmare. But I didn't get paid to do it. I did as a favour for one of my best friends.
And it was a from what I understood when you said it was a less formal affair.
Yeah, it was more casual. Yes.
So I think that is so fucking funny though. I love husband and wife and then
Woo!
And then you just got someone on the
Yeah, I nearly just put it up to the microphone like I just did, but I was like,
that could have.
yeah.
So I want to talk more about that.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. I've got the iPad here, so we can go whenever. Yeah.
I also think in your defense, or not in defense, but also what I would have done for the future is if you're up there, you shouldn't be on music.
I agree with that.
So
I didn't even know I was running the music until the day.
Yeah.
So I thought someone else should be running the music, but hey, you live and you learn.
And yeah, because then I know you live and you learn because then every time I've done one, that then becomes a question for the next time I do one.
Oh, really?
I go, and
just doing music.
What's this specific? Yeah, because it's a bit like, and then sometimes they're like, I guess that's pretty specific. But it's like, well, it needs to be asked.
Yeah. I actually
because I've been burned before.
I was thinking if me and Claire ever got married, I was like, who would MC our wedding? I'm like, I'd probably ask Sam. Would you do it? I have no plans of asking Claire. You don't seem excited.
But I would do. I know, but that's because you've said it like you're the first person to think of me to MC a wedding.
Yeah. Oh, everyone
I have been.
But we'd pay you. I mean, we're not getting married.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't. And we have no. I'm just clarifying. There are no plans for us to get married. We're not really keen on marriage.
The otother thing is, do you know how many people said we'll pay you? And the first thing I've got to be like, no, it's all good.
No, we would pay you in this hypothetical event that, in all likelihood, will not happen in the next 5 years.
I know, but you won't pay me.
I just think you'd be great. I'd love to have.
I wouldn't be able to accept, and I would be great, and I would do it.
Yeah. What if we gave you a gift card? You have to
an Amazon gift card. Yeah,
that's
please.
a reference to the Patreon. All right.
Was that on Patreon?
Let's get what
was that on the Patreon?
Yeah, it was on the Patreon. Fuck. Let's get into. Oh no, maybe it wasn't. No, it was. It was. All right. Let's get into the fanfic finally. Now, from memory, the last chapter was what?
I'm just watching Mike close every app on the iPad.
I've got like 100 apps open. The last chapter was no, I'm just joking.
I was like, you just put up a completely different book.
What was the last chapter? Oh yeah, the boys were warned by Gobby not to go back to Hogwarts, and they were really happy about it until Harry Potter swirled in a souped-up car, possibly a DeLorean, and told them, "Boys, you've got to come back with me." And then I think Luke said, "To the future," and Harry said, "No, to Hogwarts."
Wow.
So Sam, we pick up at chapter 7. And yet no plot as of yet.
Yeah,
but,
we're flying through.
Chapter 7 of Harry Potter and the Phantom Farter, book 4 in this amazing series. And Sam, we're flying through like the car. And Sam, we always start by reading the title of the chapter. So Sam, please take it away and do it in your best wedding MC voice because this is an audition.
How is that? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, chapter 7, back to the chart. Oh, shit.
Oh, no, he's fucked it. The Bluetooth disconnected.
Chapter 7, back to the castle 4.
Ooh, how deep is your love? Whoa.
It's like the ocean.
So back to the castle 4.
Can I say, what I thought you were going to say is that you were connected to it.
And porn played.
No, not porn, but I just thought you were playing... how deep is your love? And then as they're walking down the aisle, you're going, well, that's my bit done. And you went onto Instagram and just started watching reels and it went over the speaker, which I could see you doing, going, great job done, straight to my phone. And
some like Broden Kelly, the footy post. It's just Broden stuff.
The footy. The footy, the boys. And the boys went out there and they kicked the ball really hard and the men, and we caught it.
I get a lot of Broden on my Instagram feed. I love Broden.
Lovely
guy.
Saw him the other day.
Lovely.
Hey, the cheap seats. He's amazing.
Can I actually say
he's really nice.
A lot of people did come up to me after the wedding and were like, mate, you're a naturalist at that. What do you do for work? And I was like, I'm in the media. I'm in the media, whatever. And then in the groom's speech at the end, at the reception, he was like, and I want to thank one of my best friends since I was in prep, Radio Mike, aka Mike Liberale, and then apparently like a girl at one of the tables was like, Radio Mike, and then she was like, oh, is that him? So
Wow.
look at this profile. Bird.
Wow. So one person did.
One, yeah, one
Your
person.
story was one person. No, sorry, I didn't mean to take that down a notch.
So Back to the Castle 4 does really feel like...
Back to the Future.
Yeah, and 4 is probably there because this is the 4th book, I would say, but it's also like because there's Back to the Future 2,
That's
Back
the
to the Future
7th
3.
chapter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the Castle 4. Yeah, great. Well,
Let's get back to the fan fiction.
Yeah, we're not getting back
started.
to it. Let's start the fan fiction. Yeah.
All right, here we go, everyone.
Sorry.
That was Mike. Here. The boys crammed into Harry's souped-up car as it took off. Not on the road, but into the sky.
How good.
Now, souped up, by the way,
Yeah.
it's spelt like soup, S-O-U-P.
Is that not how it's spelled?
I feel like it would be S-U-P, like soup. It's not soup.
It's
not like,
super.
ooh,
Yeah.
we're slurping up this car.
I remember as a kid, you'd be like, oh, souped up cut. Like, is soup, is that a word or is it like more like a slang jargon?
Is it maybe slang for supercharged?
Yeah, it would
like
be.
that.
I knew it was something to do with super, but yeah. But I remember in the 90s.
Even though I don't know for sure, it's way more likely it's to do with super than soup. The drink slash food. Let's not get into that debate. We're only one line in. We're not going to get into whether soup is a food or a drink.
You wouldn't be like, oh, I'm just going to have a drink of soup.
But you can have a cup of soup.
You can have a cup of soup.
We're not doing this. We are not doing this. We've got to
drink of soup.
So they've driven off.
No. Imagine if you go to a friend's house, it's like, hey, do you want a drink? Do you want a beer?
got it.
Oh, I'll have a soup.
That is true.
I'll have a soup.
It doesn't. If it's not acceptable to ask for
beer, water, juice,
tea,
I'll have a soup.
I love a soup. Right. A minestrone.
What would you do if someone said
I wouldn't have it on hand. Although if I did have it on hand, I would just be like, okay. Sure.
okay.
All right. Anyway,
And you bring a car. Sorry, I thought
not on the road.
a souped up car.
Yeah. So the car took off into the sky. Yeah, I got the idea from a movie, Harry said to the boys as it started soaring through the air. Do you mean Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Rob asked. Nah, different movie, Harry said.
Okay, because we are channeling Chamber of Secrets here with the flying car on the way to school and yeah.
Good, because that was a book, Sam said.
But we do know the movies do exist in this world.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's weird.
I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's about a boy and a professor and they have a flying car and it like travels, but not through space. It travels through like some other dimension that isn't space. Like that being said, it can that being said, it can travel through space, but it's like, imagine you could so think about today.
This is classic stoner chat.
Imagine if you could travel into not today. Travel to tomorrow? Something like that was sort of the loose premise of the movie. It was like they were going back, but back to tomorrow. I think it was called something like The Car That Flew to Tomorrow. Or something like that. Harry meandered highly while loosely steering the car and nearly hitting a plane.
Now,
really good reference to The Simpsons.
Okay, I was going to say, so there's the classic great Simpsons moment in which Homer is describing the film Speed, which is a great thriller.
Yeah.
And he's basically going, I watched this movie about this bus that couldn't go below a certain speed.
And when they went below, it had to stay at a certain speed, but when it went that below speed,
it would blow up. And so they had to make sure it kept going a certain speed. I think it was called the bus that couldn't slow down.
So good.
The car that flew to tomorrow.
Yeah, I love that. And so
great,
I didn't initially do it very stoner-like at the start, but now I'm getting that. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't seen that one, Michael began. By the way, it's time you were thinking of. Time. That was the concept you were thinking of.
So when he's like, imagine you
thing.
can travel through this other dimension.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, it's not space.
It's not space.
It's like tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that could also be a reference to this Family Guy episode where Peter Griffin is
Which
like,
time you were thinking of?
no, it's like he's in court and Peter says to the judge like, oh, so does that mean that I'm like I can get off? And the judge is like, oh no, I think he's like, oh no, I mean, if I had it my way, I'd put you away from society, somewhere where you were locked up, where you were around other people who were also offenders against ordinary people. But as far as I'm aware, no such place exists. So I'm going to give you 2 weeks community service. And he bangs the gavel and then Peter goes, ah, damn. And then he goes, oh, by the way, it was prison you were thinking of. Prison. And the judge goes, oh no, I already banged the gavel.
I can see why that's a show. That is funny.
It's certainly a show. It was time you were thinking of.
So
time.
we're talking about Carla flew tomorrow, time, and then Harry. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That was the movie. Harry said.
Which is a flying car.
It is. So
yeah.
It's not.
So
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. We love you. Everyone at school used to sing. So it's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but everyone would go.
Wait, is it Shitty Bum
fuck.
Bum?
No, we do Shitty Fuck Fuck. Okay. Shitty Fuck Fuck. Shitty Fuck Fuck.
I think mine was more clever.
Yeah, yours is more clever. But it's also Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is obviously not the movie that he's thinking.
Yeah. Although, yeah, it is a flying car, yeah.
Yeah, but there's no professor.
No, that's true.
Oh, maybe there is. I don't know.
The car continued to fly through the air bumpily as the boys, Michael in the front passenger seat, Derek, Dimmy, Lockie and Rob squash in the back seats, and Luke, Sam and Tom in the boot.
What?
Well, it just in this book, so it said, the car continued to fly through the air bumpily as the boys, and then in brackets,
Yep.
Michael in the front.
brackets never
Then
close.
it starts with the bracket,
They never close.
Michael in the front seat, describes what they all are, doesn't end bracket, doesn't continue the sentence.
So I guess we're still in the bracket. Maybe it will.
We might be in the bracket for the rest of the book. The rest of the book is in the bracket.
So the rest of the book is just periphery information.
Yeah. And then it'll
The next book.
It'll end bracket and go as the boys sat there and quietly. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Luke, Sam, and Tom are in the boot.
Why do we have to tie up Luke, Sam, and Tom and duct tape their mouths shut and throw them in the boot threateningly? Lockie asked. Oh, I just thought that's what you do when someone's riding bootside. Harry said.
He's like holding them hostage. He's like, I just thought that's what you do.
Yeah. Oh, you've got to go in the boot. Oh, we better tape you up.
Yeah.
That's funny. And boot-side's funny. Harry burned the end of what appeared to be some kind of paper item in the cigarette lighter of the car and puffed in it.
Puffed it in.
Oh, puffed it in. So,
Well, it's a joint, I think. Yeah.
Like a rollie.
But I don't know the term.
Yeah. You don't know. It seemed like you don't know the... It appeared to be some kind of cigarette. The boys knew it wasn't a cigarette because they knew what cigarettes smelled like because Dinesh used to smoke.
Dinesh is back.
Dinesh.
And now we have some more information to add to Dinesh.
Yes.
He was a smoker.
Yeah. And it seems like you don't know what a rolled cigarette is because you can roll your own.
All right.
ciggies.
Sorry, mate. We didn't all have wild party nights.
Oh, guys, you don't even know my past.
Yeah, rolly. Can you give me a rolly?
Yeah.
They like lick the...
Yeah. Anyway, I've only done that once.
Okay. All right. There. Add that to Sam's wiki. He has rolled a... Sam is known to have rolled a cigarette once in his life. But then although the veracity of Sam's word is questioned by the fandom.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I've never done that.
It was on Schoolies.
Wow. Was that like 100 years ago?
It doesn't matter. It wasn't.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Nearly 15 years ago.
No, it wasn't 15 years ago.
Well, you would have been on Schoolies in 2010. Now it's 2024.
You know.
Where'd you go for Schoolies?
Byron Bay.
Pop that on the wiki, guys. It is known that Sam went to Byron Bay for Schoolies.
And rolled a single
cigarette. Was it a tobacco or a marijuana?
That's all I'll say.
Oh, speculation suggests that Sam's bad weed habit started that day.
That's how I'm so able to get into character for Harry in this book, I think. Okay. So anyway, Harry said, slowly inhaling the smog from the not cigarette. All I wanted was some lousy lessons in speaking Iranian. This guy, I think his name was like Dinesh or something, totally scammed me out of my money, Harry continued. And anyway, aside from that, oh, Chi Bang Bang, that's the movie.
So he's got the short-term memory loss of that you would be very familiar with through all your marijuana experiences.
Yeah. Harry, you already said that? Tom said from the boot, even though his mouth is ducked in.
Weren't they gagged?
Yeah. Harry, you already said that. Tom said from the boot.
Kenny from South Park.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So should I do more like, did I? Oh, cool. Coolio's 26.
No, I reckon just do your normal, Harry.
Harry said, take another puff. Harry, do you think it's a good idea to be smoking that while driving? Rob asked. And who's going to stop me? Harry yelled. Why did he yell that?
I don't know.
Why did he say and? It is funny. Oh, you said threatening, but I find threatening things funny. The scene changes to a flying police car blasting its siren and pulling Harry over.
Now, you know what's interesting about this is in 2060, when this is set, we might have flying cars.
Hey, we might.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, I
this
think
could all be normal.
I think they're trying to do that. I think there is some flying cars, even in Melbourne. They're trying to do like an Uber flying car to
I hate that.
the airport or something like that.
Wow.
But like, who cares?
God.
It's like a drone. I would never have gone. Anyway, yeah, you're never going to go in that as like, oh, we're just starting this. Do you want to go?
No. You don't want to be in the first 10,000 people to do that.
Okay. And also the scene it didn't have to say the scene changes.
Yeah.
Because it could have just happened.
Yeah, but I think the comedy is in the abruptness of Harry saying, who's going to stop me? And then it's Harry beside a police
So
car.
and who's going to stop me? Harry yelled.
And if we're thinking of it as a TV show, like there's that and then a card cut to him with the police.
But that's not what this does.
Right.
It says,
oh, yeah, true.
It changed to a flying police car blasting its siren and pulling Harry over. So
that-
you see the whole thing. So it could go, and who's going to stop me? The frame just goes.
True. It's not great. Yeah.
So, you know, if I had some notes, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bit too hard on the book.
Too pedantic.
Yeah. Officers, I'm so sorry. Yep. Nope. Yep. I'm with you. No, I won't drive the vehicle again in this state. Yep. No, I promise. Yep. You'll let me off with a warning this time because flying cars aren't actually real. So this must be a dream. Okay. Yep. Cool. Coolio's 26. Harry said.
Coolio's 26.
Getting back into the car and saying, let's fly, boys.
No, I won't drive the car again, especially in this state.
No, of course not.
Fly, boys.
Close the door. Let's fly, boys. I love it. Don't know what a Coolio's 26 is.
No.
But I love it.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, Professor Powder.
Dimmy began.
I really hate to butt in and interrupt what's honestly been just a beautiful aeronautical adventure with you. But I'm genuinely just curious about what's going on. I mean, to be honest, we're 7 chapters into the book and it's really unclear what the heck is going on.
The boys all nodded, and so am I.
Also, 8 chapters if you count the prologue.
Oh my God.
With the master.
God, we really need to get a move on with this merch.
Yeah. Yeah. Every chapter shows us how much further away.
And we missed a week, I think, or 2.
It's probably nearly 3 months. Like,
shit.
Guys, we'll have the merch out in time for Christmas. I can assure you.
It's true. It's nearly the end of the year.
It is.
If people want merch, they're going to have to order it soon.
I think by the time this comes out, it's October.
Maybe people can pre-order the merch. No, that's not
because that sounds like a lot of work I have to do. Yeah.
The boys, exactly. The boys all nodded. It wasn't often that Dimmy said something they agreed with, but they had to admit the plot of the book was pretty unclear. And suddenly, all the punctuation was being replaced by a colon. Okay.
There's a lot of colons in that.
Yeah, what I'll say, the colon at the end was spelt incorrectly.
Yes.
That is not it's colon you've written for some reason.
But it's colon.
Colon.
Yeah.
So, yes, I don't know if I go through and down.
That's an interesting, it's not that funny and it's very visual.
But why don't you say I'll read it again. You say colon whenever.
Yeah.
The boys all nodded.
Colon.
It wasn't often that Dimmy said something they agreed with.
Colon.
But they had to admit.
Colon.
The plot of the book was pretty unclear.
Colon.
And suddenly.
Colon.
All the punctuation.
Colon.
Was being replaced by a colon.
Colon. That actually is kind of funny.
It sounded a bit like colon.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah. But They had to admit Colin. Like we're calling the audience is called Colin.
Come on, Colin. Maybe that should be the name of our fan base, the Collins.
The Collins. The Colin Creevies.
Please don't put that on the wiki.
Yeah.
Actually, that is a good name because Colin Creevy was a massive fan of Harry Potter. He was obsessed with him. So should our fans be the Collins? I don't want it, but it could just naturally happen.
It could naturally happen. If you're asking me, do I think it'll happen? You know, you never know.
We should get Shelton on the pod soon.
Oh, we should. That's another one of our catchphrases. Boys, don't worry. We have big plans at Hogwarts this year. Brand new staff, brand new games, same old school, Harry said. The school isn't about games, said Sam from the boot. Oh, the school isn't about games, said Sam from the boot. And all the Collins have stopped.
It must be like a hatchback or something because how are they even hearing? Like you'd think if someone was in a boot of like a sedan. Anyway, we don't have to get into the... Yeah. That's another superfood.
Have you ridden in the boot of a hatchback before?
I don't think so. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What about in the wiki?
Okay. All right, there you go, Collins.
Yeah. So anyway, the school is my games, Sam said from the boot. Quiet you, Harry said. Let's just say it won't just be Hogwarts at Hogwarts this year. Harry winked sexually at the boys.
What?
I just find that very funny. Let's just say it won't be just Hogwarts. Like,
so what does that mean?
It basically means there will be people from other schools.
So we're channeling Goblet of Fire. We're channeling,
But like that's pretty. He said it like it's not. That feels quite obvious to that.
Yeah, okay, but he's trying to be subtle.
I guess you could say we'll have some extra people at the school this year. Harry winked sexually at the boys. I guess you could say various students from other magical schools around the world will be visiting Hogwarts this year for an important event that I'll let you know about in a few chapters' time. Harry winked sexually at the boys.
So he's gone from not subtle, but at least there's a degree of subtlety to maybe a bit more, well, not that cryptic, and then just exactly what.
Yeah. I guess you could say, like, okay, well, it sounds like there are just, students
there's
from
other
the schools
and there's,
coming. Yeah. Oh, dear Lord. Not another Team Wizard tournament. Don't you remember last time, Harry? We had a funeral for... Don't say his name.
So it's Gorby Bolonsky,
oh, my God, because we're not meant to say his name.
No, you're not allowed to. He was never going to be mentioned again. And Harry seems to have like a deal with the narrator.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, here we go. Don't say his name, Harry said, looking up at the roof of the car, almost as though he was fearfully looking at some kind of all-seeing God figure, God-like figure.
Usually it's all-seeing,
all-knowing. But he's just all-seeing, all-seeing.
Which suggests that, doesn't know. I mean,
he sees everything, but he's just like, I still don't get what's going on.
But also, God gave you 2 eyes and 1 brain. So think about that. You know how they say God gave you two ears and 1 mouth?
Yeah, that's funny.
Thanks, man.
No, you're
just processing it.
My 1 brain is struggling to get it, but
but my 2 eyes are seeing it. Yeah.
So you've done that deliberately. There's a little joke in here, you reckon?
Oh, no, that's definitely a mistake.
Oh, right.
That's definitely a mistake.
Because I say we are all seeing, because we're seeing everything we don't understand.
Yeah, true. That's true. We're all seeing not knowing.
All seeing godlike figure. Okay, Professor Potter, in that case, could you explain to us why you so urgently had to pick us up and take us back to the school? I mean, we got this crazy warning from a guy called Gobby who told us it wasn't safe, Derek said. That? Honestly, I just wanted to hang. I just wanted to hang. You guys are such a good value. Why didn't you write to me this summer? Harry said. Why didn't you write to me this summer?
Harry is haunted by the ghosts of his past. It's like he remembers when Dobby was blocking the letters from Ron and Hermione. Why didn't you guys write to me this summer?
Why did you write to me this summer? I wrote you every day for a year. Is that right? No. I like that. You guys are such a good value. I feel like that.
You guys are such a good value.
I feel like I used to say that a lot. Like, he's good value.
Yeah.
I don't know if I...
I don't say it anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I think it would be inappropriate for us to write letters to you. You're a grown adult and we're children, Michael said.
That is true.
Okay, whatever. But seriously, the school is so boring at the moment. Summer is so boring. Like, everyone goes home, no one is around except me and the ghost and stuff and Neville.
Stuff and Neville.
But Neville, oh, you wouldn't get it. Neville just sucks. Everything about him makes me feel sick. So, trapped with just me and Neville and nearly dickless Ned and the chess pieces from the first movie.
The chess pieces.
They just isn't much fun. The chess pieces from the first movie, and a few of them are broken.
Yeah, that's sad. And it's because of Harry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll admit, one of the castles from the white pieces of chess is good value. Definitely a good spot with the Black Queen. The Black Queen, if you know what I mean. Wow. But I was just craving some human-to-human interaction. Okay. And you boys, I don't know. You just make me feel alive. And stuff just happens when you're around, Like, when it's just me, it's just like nothing happens for a while. I'm stuck in this weird limbo. So I thought I'd fast track everything and just get a move on with the school stuff.
So that does feel a bit meta, where he's like, just when you guys aren't there, nothing's happening with me. As soon as you guys get there, it's like everything starts happening.
Yes, like the life starts being narrated again.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as Mr. Charger isn't coming back this year, I'm fine, Lockie said. The car jolted a little, almost as if Harry accidentally pressed on the brake in a moment of nervousness. Yep. Harry said. Can you do Lockie's line?
Yeah, sure. As long as Mr. Charger isn't coming back this year, I'm fine.
Yep. Just keep driving. Oh, God, I've dropped everything.
You can imagine that moment. It's just like a bump in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys. Yep.
Yep. He's not coming back, right? Lockie asked. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That was the movie, Harry said. Sleepiest now it is. Harry aimed his wand at Lockie, who instantly fell asleep. Oh, so that is a.
It's a spell. Sleepiest now it is.
Lockie's fallen asleep. So cute. Get a pic of him, guys. Put it on MySpace. Top friends, by the way. Top friends, by the way. Michael, top friend.
Top friends.
Top friends, by the way. I love. Put on MySpace. Top friends, by the way. Us guys.
Remember MySpace top friends?
Yeah.
Fuck, that was crazy.
Do you reckon some of our listeners maybe don't?
Oh, maybe. So when you had a MySpace account, which was the primitive social media before Facebook, you would add friends, and on your page it would be like Mike's top friends.
Yes.
And it'd be like Crags.
And you would put them in an order.
Yeah, you would rank your own friends.
Yes. And you could have any amount of top friends. You could have 8, 4, 12.
Yeah.
I think I did run with the 12 for a while.
Yeah, I did 8 for a bit. Yeah. And it was often like you would
and you'd swap them around. And day to day, you'd swap them around.
Yeah, like if you met a cute girl on the tram on the way home from school, you'd add her on MySpace, pop her in your top friends.
Okay, no, you wouldn't.
Well, no, like after you'd sort of spoken, you'd be a bit flirtatious. You'd be like, hey, I'm going to pop you in my top friends. And then you'd leave a comment. That was so weird.
And that's where if you had 12 top friends, you just slide someone in at number 12 and they'll be like, oh.
Yeah.
Sam know.
True.
Does Sam know Chloe?
But sometimes I would put bands, because you could add bands and you'd be like, oh yeah, Eminem's in my top friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd have my friend Cragsy.
Yeah.
And then number 2.
Yeah, you've said Cragsy a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3, say Sam. Number 4, Sum 41.
Well, yeah. You'd have to. It was. You know what was controversial? Because that's why you'd really have to be hey, are you my top friend?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'd have. It was a bit of controversial because if you wanted to put someone as your top friend, you don't want to be not their top friend.
Oh yeah, you could not put someone in your top friends and then they put you in there. It's like, well, what's this relationship?
My friend, my BFF from year 9, Kate, who is at St. Catherine's.
Yep.
So we were top friends with each other. Wow. Yeah. But then I remember there was a bit of if oh my God, if someone moved down a notch.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of put me in your top friends.
Yeah.
There was so much chat about it.
Yeah, there was. Like what Harry's doing now in his insecurity.
And you have to take someone out. You're like, I hope someone notices. They go, you took me out of your top friends.
Oh, fuck. But also the funny part about this is like, so at the time this is written, MySpace is a thing. But even now in 2024, like MySpace is obviously not a thing.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that in 2060, MySpace comes back, you know?
I'm going to try and find my mount. I've tried before, but I'll try to find my MySpace.
See how we go.
All right, so put it on MySpace. Top friends, by the way. Michael, top friend. Anyway, we'll do it later.
We'll do it later.
Guys, Hogwarts is 5 minutes away and all will be revealed very soon. I promise it's going to be a massive year.
I think he's coughing from the cigarettes.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah, massive. Yeah. Cool, said Michael. Cool, said Rob. Coolios, said Derek. Coolios 26, said Luke. End of chapter.
Okay, so I'm going to say, will Coolios... What is Coolios 26? Is it just Harry's new buzzword?
It is, but I feel like it'll end up being the fucking like... Last chapter. How do we get into the headmaster's office? What's the password? Coolio's 26.
Yeah.
In fact, I think it'll be exactly that. How do we get into Harry's office? We need the password.
Something like that, yeah.
It'll be Coolio's 26.
Yeah. Wow. That was fun. I liked that. Soaring across the night sky of London on our way to Hogwarts.
Did they say night sky or London?
No, that's how I'm imagining it.
I imagined it in the daytime.
Oh, well, should we do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll just listen again. Well,
that's great. I love the MySpace.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just so nostalgic.
Have you got anything to plug?
No, just go to my Instagram page and look at my old post from 3 months ago because I haven't posted since then.
Yeah, I'm going to say merch.
The merch
will be soon.
It is funny, Mike, you went on a social media hiatus.
Yes.
And you still posted more than me in that time, even though you weren't even on Instagram.
Wait, what? When?
As in, I just haven't posted.
Oh,
it.
yeah,
As in,
I'm
just saying, I just haven't posted anything to the grid.
True.
And so I just got to be more present.
Be more. Well, social media is probably not the best way to be more present.
No, but
you know what was funny at the wedding IMC?
Yeah.
The bride and groom were like, "Hey, can you tell everyone at the start not to be on their phones filming and taking photos because we want everyone to be present." And then, like, literally as soon as I stood up to like start the wedding and do some housekeeping, everyone was already filming. And then I said, and the bride and groom have asked that no one be on their phones, and everyone was already on their phones and no one stopped. So
I hate that at weddings.
What, the filming or the not? Yeah.
Especially because sometimes they make a real point of it and they go, like, so everyone, there's a videographer right here, so they're going to capture everything.
Yeah. There's actually no reason for you to film this.
And we really don't want anything on social media until, well, anyway, there's always a boomer right in the aisle.
Kneeling down.
Like filming them coming down the aisle. Like, and if anyone's going on their phone, you're the worst person to be. Because now the video is filming these lovely couple come down, and you're going, there. and you've got the flippy cover.
Yeah.
Like your iPad cover.
Yeah.
And like this, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
You're in the perfectly wrong spot
right.
to be on your phone. Sorry.
Well,
Ed's had a few weddings, by the way.
Yeah, he has. Guys, we will see you next week. My name has been Mike.
And my name has not.
Goodbye, amores. Yeah, so I was thinking for our wedding, like if we give you like $30 and like a $20 gift card to
$30.
Would you do it?
Can we do $60?
Weddings are expensive, man. We're already paying like $3,000 for flowers, so like we just don't have it in the budget.
People are going to think you actually are, but yeah.
No, there are no wedding plans.
$30 and a $20 Amazon gift card.
$20 and a $1 Amazon gift card.
You got yourself a deal.
Shake on it. Hey, see you there, mate.